again, dip friends. We are here with another recipe from our kitchen to yours. Today we are coming at you with a spinach parm chicken lasagna. It is going to be awesome. I'm really excited about this recipe, so let's dive on in. All right, so let's look at what we're going to need. You're going to need some lasagna noodles. We have already cut ours in half a little bit. We don't know how many you're going to need just until you fill it up for a bit. We'll get to that in a few. You're also going to want to use our white sauce recipe here. And you can do, you want 15 ounces of ricotta cheese. You're going to need an entire package of spinach parm. This is available on our website at www.allnaturaldips.com. You're going to want 1 egg. And you're going to need about 1 pound of chicken breast. Now ours is already pre-cooked, cut up, ready to go. So you can see it's like nicely cut and diced, and that way we'll have plenty of pieces in there. And finally, you're going to need some cheese. We have selected mozzarella cheese for our recipe today. And honestly, we love a lot of cheese. We're telling you a pack. Depends on what your family is going to use. Go ahead and get that oven preheated to 350 degrees. And don't forget to spray your dish with cooking spray before getting started. You know, I once had a friend named Pam. We tried calling her cooking spray, but it didn't stick. So. Okay, so now that we know what ingredients we need, let's get to mixing. So first, I'm gonna go ahead and start here, and I'm going to take out my ricotta cheese, and I'm going to pour it into my bowl here. All right, so we've got our ricotta cheese. Now we're going to add our egg. Why shouldn't you tell a joke to an egg? It might crack up. What? I got jokes this time, y'all. My dad is the king of dad jokes, and he sent me an email and says, hey, let's look at all these dad jokes. I was laughing for hours. So now you're gonna mix them together, and you're gonna have this nice egg ricotta mix. All right, doesn't take very long to mix that. You just want to make sure that egg is fully mixed into there. Now we're going to set this off to the side for a few, and we're going to work with our white sauce. Now we already did our white sauce before coming in here, so it is nice and ready to go. Once again, that recipe is here, so you can find it, and you can see it is still warm, which is going to be perfect for us. All right, and our white sauce already has some mozzarella cheese in it. We've put about a half a cup in there, so you'll see it's actually quite thick because of that mozzarella cheese. We will be adding more mozzarella cheese. Oh, our oven is ready. More mozzarella cheese to our layers, but for now, we've already got it in the mix. Once again, follow that recipe. You add it at the end. Super easy to make. All right, so we're going to actually be transferring this to a bigger bowl because we're going to be putting the chicken and some other things in it. Okay, so we are going to add that chicken into this nice large bowl, and we are also going to add our spinach parm dip mix. Reminder, online, www.allnaturaldips.com. You can get that this dip and many, many more. All right, so I'm gonna put this all in here. That was our spinach parm dip mix, and it is completely in there. And now we are going to fold in our white sauce. So all I'm going to do is I'm gonna just start adding it and start mixing. All right, so now we're just gonna continue and we're gonna fold it in, which basically just means you don't wanna do it extremely hard or like super stir it. You just want it to lightly get all those ingredients in there. So I'm just kind of taking it and kind of folding it over itself. All right, honestly, that looks pretty mixed to me. It didn't take very many folds. I've got this, the spinach parm is very well mixed into here. You can kind of see it throughout, and I can see a lot of different chicken in here as well as the white sauce. So I think this is ready to go. So let's get started layering our lasagna. Okay, you're gonna wanna start with your, remember, pre-cooking sprayed or panned your container, and we're going to start by adding just a little bit of this chicken white sauce at the very bottom, a very thin layer. Spread it out as much as you can. Okay, so I have a very thin layer here. Didn't even cover the entire bottom of the bowl, but what I want to make sure of is that when we put our pasta on here, it's not going to get burned at the bottom. We want it to kind of get that moisture into it and not burn while it's on the bottom. So next, like I just mentioned, we're going to add these noodles. Now we are using whole wheat noodles here. You can choose to whichever ones you want, but do you know what you call fake pasta? Impasta. Yeah, I know, they're gonna get worse. Anyway, so let's go ahead and layer on some of these right here. Okay, so we have our pasta on here. Now make sure that you're splitting them in half so that they're not layered on top of each other, just so you can make sure there's enough moisture in between them. Next, we're going to add some more of that chicken sauce in here. You're gonna add about half of what you have left because we're gonna do 2 layers. So that's about half, and I'm gonna make it work and spread it out as much as possible. Okay, once you've got that layer on, you're gonna add your layer of ricotta cheese. Once again, you're gonna add about half of what you have in here. Okay, we've got our ricotta cheese layer on, so now we're going to add a layer of the mozzarella cheese. Once again, you wanna use about half of this, get it into the grooves, get it all around, and make sure you put some in the middle. And we are gonna be using this as our very top layer as well, so that you'll have some cheese on top. All right, so I'm just gonna add a little bit extra. Okay, all right, next layer is gonna be some more of our noodles. So once again, put them on top. All right, so we're gonna layer these. Now make sure you don't layer them on top of each other, you just spread them all across, breaking as you go. All right, so now we've got our layer here. I'm gonna put my extra pasta to the side, my impasta pasta. And we're gonna go ahead and add the remaining bit of that chicken white sauce. Okay, we've got our layer of chicken white sauce in there. So now let's add that layer of ricotta cheese. We're gonna use the remainder of it. Okay, so our layer of ricotta cheese is down. So what's the next one? You got it, mozzarella. So let's go ahead and add that mozzarella cheese to the top. All right, so now that our dish is nice and cheesy, just like my jokes, we are going to be able to put it in the oven. But first, we're going to go ahead and cover it with some aluminum foil. The aluminum foil will make sure that our cheese does not burn while it's in the oven. So we're gonna go ahead and put it in the oven for about 45 minutes, possibly an hour, but we'll see you when we return. And we're back. So now you can see our lasagna is fully cooked. We did add an extra 5 minutes to it, and we made sure for about 10 minutes that it was sitting uncovered so that the cheese would slightly brown on the top. So that is our dish. We are very excited and ready to eat it. Don't forget we used spinach parm, which is available on our website at www.allnaturaldips.com. You can also find us on social media like facebook.com/allnaturaldips or even instagram.com/allnaturaldips. And don't forget when you're on social media to hashtag AllNaturalDips so we see the posts. If you like this video, make sure you subscribe down below and hit that like button. And don't forget to turn on those notifications. All right, we'll see you next time, and goodbye.